My name is Chris Ivy Katindig, and I'm a student of Master of Arts in Education majoring in English, and I'm going to present my study entitled Improving Vocabulary Knowledge Through Repetition and Exposure. Vocabulary, it helps people say what they think and feel. According to Miller in 2020, having a rich vocabulary improves and affects areas of communication. It is also much more important than grammar, according to Al-Faki in 2015. It is like a glue that holds stories, ideas, and content together. Any language would need a wider knowledge of vocabulary to be able to communicate. Also, lack of vocabulary would be a great burden to teachers because students would not be able to understand nor express their ideas. Vocabulary size affects most educational activities, which entails the act of reading as well. Enhanced vocabulary enhances reading comprehension. Also, according to Mebarki in 2011, vocabulary knowledge is the foundation of reading proficiency. Vocabulary also enhances from time to time. According to Nordquist in 2019, vocabulary acquisition develops between ages 1 and 2 years, where children learn more than one word a day. At the age of 17, they develop 10,000 new words each year acquired through reading. There are two types of learning according to Ahmed in 2017. The first one is intentional learning, which has a greater chance of retention, and the incidental learning, which results to less retention. According to Ong in 2009, unlocking of difficulties should not only be done to on the first part of the lesson. Therefore, meaning should be revealed to students as long as there is a need to do so. It is important for teachers to develop and enrich their instructional methods and techniques, especially in terms of vocabulary improvement. And vocabulary instruction was being reviewed because of the downward trajectory of the National Achievement Test since 2016. Teachers who intentionally scaffold learners improve students' vocabulary by using techniques such as visual organizational strategies, asking questions, elaborating on meanings, and engaging in cooperative dialogues, according to Head and LeBlanc in 2014. Also, teachers are now encouraged to be engaged to the most effective methods of the vocabulary instruction, such as repetition and exposure. Repetition is an act of doing the same action for multiple times. There is a greater gain in knowledge each time repetition increases. Also, emphasizing vocabulary instruction provides students with opportunities to encounter words repeatedly, according to Peach in 2017. A repeated word has a greater chance to be embedded in the memory. Sumter in 2019 used repetition in her study, wherein the identified word was explained, used in a sentence, and then she allowed to make the students to make their own examples, also draw pictures, and they need to come up with synonyms and antonyms and use of metaphors. Aucklander in 2015 stated that mega-drilling technique is where a word should be recalled 30 times to retain in memory, which is too many. Although repetition shows a positive effect, there is still a need to get engaged to words. That is where exposure comes. So exposure, it is the state of being in contact, according to Butler et al. 2010. The higher the frequency of exposure increases, the chance to understand and remember words and their meanings. Also, active engagement words seems very useful with the help of technology and incidental learning. Exposing learners to vocabulary words cause greater positive results rather than mere repetition. In the study of Pavia, Webb, and Paez in 2019, listening to songs contributed to vocabulary learning because of the repeated listening and the frequency of exposure. On a cross-sectional study conducted by Peters et al. In 2019, vocabulary gains was considerably larger because of the large amount of out-of-school exposure. In this research, repetition and exposure will be tested. Also, students will be checked if they were able to acquire vocabulary knowledge faster, and an intervention module will be formulated to check its effectiveness. The theories included in this study were the theory of language development by Lev Vygotsky, B.F. Skinner's language acquisition theory, and the cognitive development theory by John Piaget. The conceptual framework of the study is input, process, output. For the input phase, the initial vocabulary knowledge of the respondents by using the pretest of Pryback and Wesch in 1996. For the process phase is the utilization of the intervention module and the repetition and exposure through the modular activities anchored on the Department of Education curriculum guide. And for the output phase is the improved vocabulary knowledge based on the post-test results. The research problems of the study were the following. How may the vocabulary module be designed? How may the vocabulary module be evaluated in terms of learning objectives, learning content, organization, and learning experiences? How may the respondents' vocabulary knowledge in the pre-test and post-test in each selection be described? And is there a significant difference between the respondents' vocabulary knowledge in the pre-test and post-test? The hypothesis of this study is there is no significant difference between the respondents' vocabulary knowledge in the pre-test and post-test in each selection. For the respondents, 1 out of 13 sections, which consists of 50 grade 8 students studying in a public secondary school in Pampanga. The instruments of these studies were the following: Vocabulary Knowledge Scale, or the VKS, for the pre-test and post-test, modified from Feuerbach and Wesch in 1996, the intervention module, and the intervention module evaluation form, which is adopted from the enclosure number 1 to DepEd Memorandum number 161, series of 2016. For the procedure or pre-implementation phase, wherein the researcher asked permission to conduct a study, developmental phase, wherein the researcher started to design the intervention module, evaluation, the intervention module will be evaluated, and then the implementation phase, wherein the intervention module will be employed to the respondents. And the results of the study were for the first statement of the problem, how may the vocabulary module be designed? Table 1 shows how the vocabulary module was designed based on the given stages, wherein A, planning and collecting of information was conducted by the researcher, B, identifying the reading text and curriculum code stated in the DepEd curriculum guide for vocabulary development. Then letter C, planning of lesson activities for each reading context to attain the feasibility of the intervention module. And D, inputting of the collected information needed for the intervention module. And letter D, finalizing and producing of the intervention module to the respondents of this study. For the research problem number 2, how may the vocabulary module be evaluated in terms of learning objectives? The table shows that indicator number 1 obtained the highest computed the mean of 4.67, which is described as strongly agree, while indicator 4 obtained the lowest weighted mean of 3.67, which means agree. Overall composite mean is 4.25, which means strongly agree on the learning objectives. For table 2.2, which answers how may the vocabulary module be evaluated in terms of learning content, it shows that indicator 2 obtained the highest weighted mean of 4.67, which described as strongly agree, and the lowest weighted mean of 4.00, which means agree belongs to indicator 4. The overall composite mean is 4.33 and described as strongly agree on the learning content used in the intervention module. For how may the vocabulary module be evaluated in terms of organization, table 2.3 shows that overall, all the indicators got the same computed mean of 4.33, which describes as strongly agree for the organization of the intervention module. And then next, for table 2.4, it reveals that learning experiences used in the module evaluation scored 4.67 with the highest weighted mean, described as a strongly agree, belongs to indicators 3 and 6, while the lowest weighted mean of 4.00, which described as agree, belongs to indicators 1 and 5. So the overall composite mean is 4.33, which means that it is strongly agree on the learning experiences used in the intervention module. So the following tables present the results and discussion obtained after the respondents of this study used the intervention module for improving their vocabulary knowledge through repetition and exposure. So table 3.1 shows that the indicators pertaining to lesson 1, pre-test and post-test activity are observed to have improvement, which is provided by the composite mean comparing the pre-test and post-test results provided in the provided by the respondents. So pre-test result obtained 2.25, which indicates I have seen this word before, but I do not know what it means in the VKS or vocabulary knowledge scale. And on the other hand, post-test results obtained the mean of 3.98, which means I know this word and its meaning. So the result in lesson 1 shows the improvement of the vocabulary knowledge through repetition and exposure. So table number 2 shows the indicators pertaining to lesson 2. Pre-test and post-test activity are also observed to have improvement, which is provided by the composite mean comparing the pre-test and post-test results. So pre-test result obtained the mean of 2.95, which means I have seen this word before and I think I know what it means in the VKS, and the post-test result gained the mean of 4.39, which means I know the word and its meaning. So table 3.3 pertains to lesson 3, pre-test and post-test activity. So it was also observed here that there is an improvement provided by the composite mean comparing the pre-test and post-test results. So the pretest result obtained the mean of 2.05, which means I have seen this word before, but I do not know what it means. And then post-test result gained mean of 4.16, which means I know this word and its meaning. So table 3.4 shows that the indicators pertaining to the lesson 4 pretest and post-test activity, they were observed also to have an improvement, which is provided by the composite mean comparing the pretest and post-test results. So pretest result obtained mean of 2.07, which means I have seen this word before, but I do not know what it means. However, the post-test result gained mean of 4.19, which means I know this word and its meaning. So this implies that the vocabulary knowledge through repetition and exposure among grade 8 students is improved based on the vocabulary words and set of activities used on the intervention module. And the last is the table 4. Is there answers the question, is there a significant difference between respondents' vocabulary knowledge in the pre-test and post-test? So comparing the pre-test and post-test result with the composite mean of 2.33 and the 4.18, they got the p-value of 0.00 and a 1% level of significance. This means that there is a highly significant difference between the pre-test and the post-test results of the respondents after they have answered the intervention module. So for the conclusions of this study, the vocabulary module was designed based on the Department of Education curriculum guide. Then second, intervention module were clearly evaluated with descriptive interpretation of strongly agree with all indicators used such as learning objectives, learning content, organization, and learning experiences. Number 3, the respondents' vocabulary knowledge in the pre-test and post-test in each selection shows an improvement after the implementation of the intervention module. And number 4, after using the intervention module, the research shows that there is a highly significant difference in the improvement of vocabulary knowledge through repetition and exposure. So for the recommendations to improve the vocabulary knowledge of the students, repetition and exposure as instructional strategies are highly recommended to use in teaching learning process of English subject. Second recommendation is the intervention modules used in this research study are clearly evaluated and used as instruments for the improvement of vocabulary knowledge among grade 8 students. Therefore, this said module should be used in the instruction of English 8 subject. And number 3, for further researchers to refer on this research in formulating intervention modules, which can also be used as an alternative to textbooks. So here are my references. So again, thank you for listening. This is Chris IDP Katindi, a student of Pampanga State Agricultural University, taking up Master of Arts in Education major in English.